Hello, Hojoz here, and welcome back to the Centaur Fighter competition. And today we're going to spoil the rules of the 4th season of the Centaur Fighter competition, which may be handy to know. So, let's start off with the usual. We'll battle in the 2v2 battle format, that is 2 planes against 2 planes. We'll have to beat the craft on screen right now with a little bit of modification within 2 tries, with exception for fatal flaws like crashing into terrain. We'll have to build the craft in KSP 1.4.5 with BDAC 1.2.2.2, with an extra optional mod being AP Plus or Airplanes Plus. You can use all Airplanes Plus parts, however you cannot use any KSP DLC parts or other mods. Yes, indeed. The submissions are open until November 4th, with a maximum of 16 entries. Maximum of 2 submissions per user. Send your planes either via my Discord linked below in the description or to leonhojoz@gmail.com. And, well, with that out of the way, the usual things out of the way, let's get to the less usual things and then the rules that aren't carried over. Well, I mean, I did neglect to say that the first to 3 points wins. And if it's a 3v tie, well, then the first to 4 points, etc, etc, etc. The planes will be spawned in besides the runway using Vessel Mover. I bet that some of you are very happy with that. The Mandentory parts are the RGG, AI Pilot and Weapon Manager with a maximum of 85 parts. The banned stuff includes all missiles, the command chair, editing your craft via text editors, messing with health and armor values, armor plates and flying cockpits. Yes, we've banned armor plates, finally. I mean, it's been a while. CFC Season 2 and Season 3 didn't have them banned. And we also banned flying cockpits, finally. Well then, multistaging is allowed, which might come as a surprise to the newer people here. But to the older people, they'll know that Season 3 had this tiny exploit in it already as an accident. Yeah, as an accident. It's pretty funny. The gun allowance is 4 locked M230s, and let's show you how to lock M230s. Let's go to the screen, get yourself an M230. Where are you? Yep, there you are, M230. And locking includes doing this, and doing this. We also want you to do this, this and this. And your maximum engagement range should be between 2500 and 1000. Now, the previous season already had a minimum range, that being 1000 of course. But I also decided to include a maximum range of 2500 because, well, this time we're featuring GAU-8s, and those GAU-8s have a maximum range of 4000 meters, and we don't exactly have missiles this season because, as you've seen earlier, I banned missiles. Well then, we have 4 locked M230s, 3 Vulcans, 2 GAU-8s, or 12 50 cals, or 6 of the locked 50 cal turrets, and locking, well, you do the same as with the M230. You can't mix guns, obviously, and I already mentioned the maximum engagement range being between 1000 and 2500 meters for missile service and SLW engagement set to false. Those are the bottom 3 settings. You just have to click on the blue button and see them turn from dark blue to light blue. If it's on light blue, then it's good. With the bottom one, you want to have it on dark blue, because, well, if you have it on light blue, it cannot engage other craft. Major flaw there. Let's get on with the minimum and maximum sizes then. The minimum size being 1.3 x 1.3 x 1.9 meters in the height x width x length configuration. And the maximum size being 3 meters by 7 meters by 8.5 meters in the height x width x length configuration. This of course being checked by this handy engineering tab. And from this handy engineering tab you can see that this HC17B is qualified in terms of height, width and length. Or is it? No, it's the maximum height is 3 meters, isn't it? Well, I suppose I should, looking at this, I should get that to 6. So let's quickly change that. Minimum, yeah, the maximum height is 3 meters, so just, yeah, now it's 6 meters, okay? So the maximum size is 6 meters by 7 meters by 8.5 meters in the height x width x length configuration. Because, well, let's be honest, it's quite ridiculous limiting it to 3 meters, which is basically half this craft. Bit insane, because that doesn't mean that there's no space for your landing gear. That's a tiny oversight, but hey, we're learning even while making these rules. That's just a Hojoz thing, isn't it? Let's get on to the next one. No cheating on minimum size by putting I-beams or wings to lengthen the craft in either of the 3 mentioned directions. That meaning that if I quickly grab one of these I-beams here and attach it to this guy, let's say that this one's length was 1 meter, I could just extend it by doing this. And now it's longer. As you can see, 6.1 meters. It's now 6.1 meters. And now it's 5.7 meters. Yeah, I'm not allowing that. I mean, it's a bit cheaty, isn't it? But then, let's get to the next one, which is all AP plus parts are allowed. Yeah, all AP plus parts. So those Tiger engines you just saw, they are allowed. Finally, says Crispy Nugget and Fan Jerry, I'm sure. The next rule being drones are allowed. Yes, we can use drones too. Yeah, people would be very happy with that, wouldn't they? And moving down the list, we have the plane's minimum and default altitude must be set between 500 and 4,000 meters. Let's show you what I mean by that, because that's gonna generate some confusion too, isn't it? Let's just clip inside this craft, and you'll see that we have we have a radome clipped in here, and well, the radome isn't a required part, so I'm going to change that. Yeah. So here's your AI pilot flight computer, and this bit, the default altitude, must be set no higher than 4,000 meters and no lower than 500 meters. This can't go below 500 meters. And the minimum altitude, well, you could also just set it to 4,000. I mean, if you're insane like that, you can just make a plane that goes 4,000 and 4,000. I'm allowing that. It's actually pretty funny. Actually pretty funny if you're going to do that. But yeah, this slider, either between 500 and 4,000 meters. Why above 500 meters? Well, there's an obvious rule for there's an obvious reason for that. The reason being that well, if you go below 500 meters on your minimum range, it's quite hard to get your craft to not crash into the ground, unless you have like a really maneuverable craft, in which case GG. But then fourth rule, wow. Next rule is any combo of props and jets is allowed. So yes, you can make your I-153s with both the Tiger jet engine and the propeller engine. I want to see those. I would be really, really excited to see those. And well, planes to battle to match. Planes to be spawned in besides runner vessel mover. If all planes run out of ammo and or fuel, the side with the most flying planes wins. If both craft on all sides are still flying, then it is considered a tie. Why? Well, in that case, no plane can fire anything, and thus no plane can kill anything. In that case, we're just waiting until they crash into the ground, and that isn't going to make for fun videos, isn't it? And well, quickly scanning through the rules, I think that's it. And if I missed anything, please put it down in the comments. And if I missed anything and I realized that at a later date, that'll of course feature right in the description. So yeah, for a more clearer explanation, and more detailed explanation of some rules, you can always request those either in the Discord, linked in the description, or in the comments right down in my video, or maybe even in the email you'll send to submit your craft. But yeah, those are the rules. I hope to see you next month, November 4th, with 2 competing craft, and well, 16 craft of course, because last season only featured 12. And I'm really, really excited to see what you'll put together. Don't disappoint me though. I'll see you in the next episode of the Starfighter competition, hopefully. Here's Bureaucratic with the well-known voice box.